I'm driving today. The plan is we're dropping off the robot kits. So I have 2 Rubbermaid tins in the back of the car. Each of them is 32 pounds. So I have 64 pounds of things to ship to Manitoba's north. We're going to ship to Oxford House, and somebody from Bunibonnibee School is going to pick them up. They're going to pick them up because I'm headed there. I'm headed there on Monday. We're going to be doing a 3-day trip to teach robotics, and there's 44 robots waiting to be in the hands of 44 students. There is some logistic complexity to this project. So this project started with a grant application, which was a suggestion for me, some input from me, and then Jonathan Lay from New Media Manitoba did the legwork getting that grant submitted. And so we managed to secure funding from Callisto, which is a coding support funder. They were asking for proposals for new ideas, and I thought about my work, because I work in the hospital at HSC as a teacher, and I see a lot of kids. They travel from the north because they're winding up in a hospital, and they're not there for a good reason. They're there because there's trouble in their lives and in their families and in their communities, and they're coming to the hospital having lived a really hard life. And I don't think that that's the best representation of the North, but it is the one that I see. And I do know that it's true. There are some people who are living very hard in remote communities, and I think that I have something to offer people who feel like there's not enough for them there. When the BBC microbit got introduced, I just fell in love with that tool. The thing about it is that there's no barriers. Like, you can code it on your phone, and you can code it without learning a coding language. If you can imagine something in the engineering field, a microbit probably can do it. I was going for something that could be deployed without any resources, just something ready to go. And that's what we built. But we custom built something that could do the best robotics for the least amount of money. So I'm hoping that there's even one kid that holds a robot in their hand that they've built themselves, and that effect that you have when you build something yourself and you're so proud. And I hope there's just even one kid that holds that onto that feeling and is inspired to just take it further. And that's really the purpose of a school, is to find those moments for students. And so I want a 1 in 44 chance that somebody holds that robot in their hand and says, I think this could be me. I could be a computer scientist, and why don't I learn more? I'm excited to share that with kids in the North. It's a community that's like dear to my heart, just from the ones that I've met in the hospital. I want to be there, and I want to spread joy, and I want to spread hope, and that's my hope. My hope is hope, which is an interesting idea. I'm just in disbelief that I get to do this trip. It's just so wonderful, and I know I'm going to enjoy that time with students doing robotics. But I get to do the trip, but there's so many people that have been involved making sure that it happens. So we have our primary funder, that is Callisto. So they're connected to the CanCode funding grant, and they give us funds to purchase robots and make our entire system work, to dream big. Obviously, Jonathan Lay from New Media Manitoba, who's been My partner building this right from the beginning, and has just stuck with it long after I think he was committed to do so. Winnipeg School Division, gave me leave time and covered the cost for me to have it. Here I am in my classroom, and so there'll be a sub in here for 3 days while I'm gone, and that's a generous thing. Rotary Club of Manitoba provided funding, so helping with the actual trip to get the robots and myself out to Bunibonnibee School. And then, Bunibonnibee School should be mentioned, and specifically the principal, Hilda Wienusk, who's been super helpful getting things organized and being involved. She picked up the kits, so it's nice to know that they're in the hands of a school already, and that's a very exciting thing to know. Cogmation got involved, and really they've been helping when it comes to organizing meetings and having some people support. So Cogmation, Larry Schmidt, I think, was the contact there. Yeah, I'm so glad that I get to do this, and I can't believe it's actually happening.